Hello, social media. Friends, family, acquaintances, random people I may have had a class with 3 years ago that just haven't got around to deleting me, and suddenly I'm on your news feed. Um, Welcome. Hi. How are you? Nice to see you again after 3 years. Um, Whatever the reason that you came across this today, I just kind of wanted to share with you. This is kind of my formal announcement. I'm really excited about it. I'm really nervous about it. Um, but it's kind of my formal announcement that I'm going to be starting a blog. And it's going to be a combination of videos and writing. I haven't really developed anything beyond an idea for it yet, but I just kind of wanted to make this introductory video to kind of explain why and talk about the kind of things that I'm going to incorporate in it. Just as a disclaimer, I am not under any sort of impression that I am going to be a rich and famous YouTuber. That's not what I'm in this for. That's not what I'm about. None of my reasons for doing this are self-serving. I don't think. The only thing I think that might help myself, I think it might be a little bit therapeutic. To just kind of talk to people in a way that I've never talked to people before, and write things and make videos and do things that I've never done before. I think that would be therapeutic for me, but that is not the main reason. By far, that is not what I want to do. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about why I've decided to go on this journey, why I think it's important, why bother, who's going to listen to you, Emil, things like that. So first off, anyone who follows me on any sort of social media, if you're here and you haven't hidden me yet, you're going to know that I have a lot of strong feelings about a lot of social issues that go on. And I'm just going to leave it at that. This is not, the purpose of this video is not to discuss that in length. But I do want to talk a little bit about the things that made this kind of idea come to me. And so a little over a week ago, it's October 10th, 2017, when I'm recording this right now. I don't know if I'm going to post it today, or I might wait a few days or a week or so to post it. But as of now, the day that I'm recording this, it's October 10th, 2017. And a little over a week ago, there was a mass shooting in Las Vegas. 58 people lost their lives, 489 people were injured. It was a really horrific event. And, in the aftermath of this, I was not only heartbroken that this had happened yet again, I was extraordinarily angry. And so I shared some things on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and, retweeted a bunch of things. And I was just kind of emotionally raging. And I know that I'm not the only person that does that. But I was just really emotionally raging, and while I stand by the sentiment of the things that I posted, the real core of the message of the things that I posted, and I will not be deleting them, I was just filled with such anger, and, why do people not see this the same way that I do, and just really aggressively posting things. And what happens when you do that? You get backlash. I posted them some things, and then I got some aggressive, combative, general trolling comments sent back to me, and it's not the first time that this has happened, that I've gotten emotional and posted things, and the same few people, you know who you are, have commented or trolled or tried to argue with me on Facebook, and I just went back and forth arguing childishly with these people, and I just remember venting to my mom, just getting generally upset and frustrated and baffled and just upset, and not only that, but torn, because, these people that I'm arguing with are, on Facebook, are people in my family, like lifelong friends, former teachers, lifelong friends of my parents, people that I have had a lot of respect and love and admiration for. So I was angry, and I was hurt, and I was just, you know, engaging in this kind of behavior with people and coming at it from an aggressive, combative perspective. So, you know, a few days later, once things had kind of simmered down on the Facebook front, I'm scrolling through my news feed, and I come across a video shared by my coworker Kayla. Hi, Kayla. And it was a video of Lady Gaga and the Dalai Lama at the U.S. Conference of Mayors 84th Annual Meeting in Indianapolis. And this happened in June 2016. This is when she originally spoke. But I just came across the video a few days after the Las Vegas shooting. And, sorry, cat. So I immediately stopped because, first of all, if you know me personally, Lady Gaga is my ride or die celebrity. Like, I was there for Meat Dress Gaga. I was there for, like, Born This Way Gaga when she came out of an egg. I was there, like, Tony Bennett, classy Lady Gaga, Joanne. Like, I am there for the Gaga. So I'm like, oh, Lady Gaga's talking. And she's, like, beside the Dalai Lama. And I'm like, that's cool. So I stop and watch this video. And I just kind of wanted to share with you guys the message that Lady Gaga had that really stuck with me and caused me to examine my behaviors and the behaviors of others immediately following the shooting, and, you know, the kind of banter between myself and others on Facebook. So I'm going to read this quote now. Okay. The really fantastic thing about kindness is that it's free, and it can't hurt you or anybody else. It's the thing that brings us all together. In times of chaos and crisis, what we all tend to do is start pointing fingers at where we think the bad guys are, where the evil is. We all start arguing. Everybody has different opinions about that. Please do not forget, hatred or evil or whatever you want to call it is intelligent. It is smart and it is invisible. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a religion. It has no politics. It's an invisible snake that, while it is planning to make its attack, it is thinking to itself, I'm going to divide my enemy into smaller, less strong groups, and then I'm going to make them hate each other so that it's easier to take them down. And as we're all yelling at each other, trying to figure out which group it is that's causing the problem, evil's winning. All around us. We need to shift the perspective. The solution is that we need to build a kinder and braver world. Get rid of those labels, these different factions, gay, straight, rich, poor, mentally ill, not mentally ill, gun owner, non-gun owner. None of this can matter anymore. We are all unified in our humanity, and the only thing that we all know and we all appreciate in each other is kindness. So this has to come before all things, and you must operate relentlessly this way with everything that you have. So that was Lady Gaga's quote, and I'll link the video after I post this. So I watched this video of Lady Gaga saying these words, and it struck a chord with me because, you know, 2 days ago I'm sitting and arguing with people, you know, that I like, and, you know, we're all behaving childishly and finger pointing, and so it really struck a chord with me, not only about the finger pointing and the arguing, which I participated in, and I may have even instigated with my approach to posting things. I will admit to that. But her comment on building a kinder and a braver world, that really struck a chord with me, and that really made me think about, you know, what I can do. And, you know, I thought to myself, Emil, my dad calls me Emil, in case you guys didn't know that. Always been Emil. So I thought to myself, I said, Emil, what can you do to build a kinder and a braver world? And, you know, I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, I'm not wealthy. I'm no one of importance. I'm not famous. I'm 4'11". I'm not even an imposing kind of person at all, like physically. I am from the poorest town in one of the poorest counties in the poorest state in this nation. And, I mean, we're District 12 from the Hunger Games. No one gives a shit about us. We are the bottom of the totem pole. you know, just the last of the last. And so I thought, the only thing that I really have to help build a kinder and a braver world is my voice. However thickly accented it may be, hell, half of you people might not even be able to understand what I'm saying. Sorry. I'm trying to enunciate a little bit better. But the only thing I really have is my voice, and my kind of unique perspective as a young woman from southern West Virginia who is a feminist and who is educated and who is part of a political movement or thought that is not the norm in my state. So I thought a little bit about that, and I just wanted to let you know that I've narrowed down my reasoning for this blog into a couple different reasons. 4, actually. So first, as I mentioned before, I think it'll be a really great therapeutic way for me to talk about issues that I'm passionate about, and kind of give myself a little bit of newfound motivation and purpose. And because sometimes I'll come home at night and I won't do anything. I'll lay in bed and watch videos and TV and go to sleep, and I don't really do anything else. I don't really interact a lot, and I don't really have much go-getting in me, and I want to change that. So that's my first reasoning, is just because I think it will be therapeutic for me. My second intention is community involvement. Through this blog, I want to bring more people together to make real connections and just find ways we can all do some good. I want to hear about local organizations and local, hometown heroes that need help or need a spotlight shown on them and the work and the issues that, we might not know that are going on in our community. I want to be able to speak with these people and get involved with them, and in turn, in their own attempts to build a kinder and braver world. My third intention is to educate. I've always said that one of the only ways to combat ignorance and the hatred and fear that derives from ignorance is through education. So I want to talk to individuals from all walks of life and kind of gain their outlook on social issues. I think that by talking with those who are different from us, we're more able to get to the root of social problems and gain compassion and understanding for our fellow man. So that's my third reasoning. And finally, I just want to spread some positivity and have some fun. Yes, I'm going to discuss some heavy social issues, some uncomfortable content. I'm going to talk a lot about equality and social justice, mental health, current events, things like that. But my greatest hope is that even those who don't agree with me politically can still enjoy some of the other things I want to share, some of the other positive, good stories, funny things that I'm going to share. This is not going to be, Emil rants about Donald Trump every day a week. That's not, I don't have the energy for that. So while I am going to kind of set aside maybe one day to kind of discuss my thoughts on current events and politics and things like that, I'm also going to do first of all, I'm going to move Ellie out of my face, because Ellie's always in my face. Ellie's my cat. But I'm going to do some book reviews. I'm going to talk about fandom and nerd culture. You can see my Funkos, my Hagrid above my head. I'm going to talk a lot about, I'm going to share some recipes. I really like to cook. And I think food is another great way to bring people together. And just random stories. Find Sammy Browning in public. Just funny, random things that, whatever your affiliation is, you can enjoy. And so, I've literally got a Word document in front of me and a camera. I have not got any kind of YouTube channel set up. I have not got any kind of blog set up. I do have a roughly sketched out plan of what I kind of want to do each week. I think I'm going to make 4 or 5 videos or posts a week. And I just have that roughly sketched out. I don't have anything set in stone yet, but I just kind of wanted to make the announcement that that's something I am going to start doing, and put this video up first, and then let you guys know a little bit more once I have more things set in stone. But the main thing I wanted you guys to know is I'm coming at this with the intention of it being a kinder sort of thing than maybe some of my Facebook posts and things in the past. I'm not going to shut up about things that bother me. That's not in my nature. Senior year of high school didn't teach me that. Nothing will. So I'm not going to just sit and shut my mouth, but I think I am going to change my approach of how I discuss social issues, and I just wanted you guys to take away that while I am going to be doing that, that's not going to be the whole point of this. So you guys are probably rolling your eyes. Oh, Emily Browning decides she's going to be Rachel Maddow or Oprah or whatever. That's not what it's going to be about.